So what we did is we kind of bumped those rosters up and also added opportunity for other kids. There are kids that, may have come in for their senior year and gotten recruited.
Yep.
That wherever they were would not have been. So it's twofold. So it's helping the numbers and it's helping more kids get college recruited. So like my teams I've had on my 04s and my 2003s, I had 18. And it was 7 of 18, right, that were committed, right? And then the 04s and 06s, I had 24, 25, 24. Now that has something to do with trap players as well, which is another,
What's going on with that? Is that happening? Is the age change happening?
Well, U.S. Soccer said that it was going to be a league decision in a year and a half. So
that's why U.S. Soccer is so bad. When it comes to youth, they just give it up to the leagues. They're like, well, we don't want to have to make a decision.
From what I've heard, MLS doesn't want to do it.
Of course they don't.
And ECNL does.
Yep.
And the problem that you're going to have is who is U.S. Soccer going to take off? If they choose, one of those is going to pull away. You can't do that.
I hate U.S. Soccer with a passion.
Yeah.
Why not go not birth year? Why not go graduating year? Then that gets rid of not the old July 31st or August 1st to July 31st. Not that. Graduating year, because you're going to get holdbacks.
You're going to get kids with mustaches in kindergarten.
Yeah. Andy Reid.
No, I mean, I think there's always.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of the I Hate Soccer podcast. If you feel stuck in your recruiting process, we created a guide that includes feedback from 15 college coaches and 10 current college soccer players. Inside this guide, you'll find out what really works in recruiting, from showcases, ID camps, highlight reels, and more. Check it out at playmakertraining.com/recruited.
No matter what it is, right? Like, if you don't go, let's say you don't go to trap, or let's say you have trap players. You look at a huge club like Real Colorado or a PDA that have 385 teams.
Yeah.
What's their trap player
National,
system?
Yeah.
60. I think the one had like 60, 70 trap players. That's 3 teams.
That's
coming
insane.
Back. So if you have 8 teams in an age group and you're bringing back 3 more teams, what do you go to? Like, you can't just add another team into the ECNL. You know what I mean?
That is insane.
So, and then you take that, and then if you don't do that, and you say, okay, let's get rid of trap players, I forget what it was. I was looking it up. 26 of the states, their school year is September 1st cutoff. 26 of them, right? And I think October 1st is some. And I think December 1st is some.
And
No, I think that's it. I think I don't remember what the exact numbers, but what's that number going to be?
Right.
And then you're going to make it September 1, 2 teams are still going to have trap players.
Right.
So then I heard they were going to do, okay, September 1, but if you're up the year in grades in the school, you stay with that. So you're never going to get it 100% correct.
It's true.
And it was a nightmare the first time it happened when it switched. But at the end of the day, it's, I just hope that whatever choice is made across the country, whatever league makes it their choice, I think that a lot of us have been through it before, right? And I think now with maybe like a year and a half preparation, I hope there's some transition. Now, before, when it changed, kids missed a year.
Yeah.
But this time, kids will get an extra year. You think about it that way, right? No one's going to miss years. Kids are going to go back into the same age group.
And the kids that are maybe struggling, they're going to go back and probably dominate some younger age groups. Think about some younger players that you work with that could be, that they're at the bottom of the roster, and then they go down an age group, and they're going to be the top player.
Yeah.
So those parents are like really, really excited. If you were the director of the ECNL, what would you do? Keep it the same or change back?
I think, personally, grad year is the way that you have to do it if our goal is college placement, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, let's take a trap player in my 08 age group right now. Okay, So let's say a girl is a sophomore. She's sending out the same emails and writing stuff, and they say, we can't talk to you, right? So the whole year, everyone's coming to see my 08s or the 08 age group,
Right.
right? They're there, but you can't talk to them. And if they're going, okay, well, I got to wait a year for that kid or that kid right next to them, that's about the same ability.
Right.
I can go talk to her right now. And then I don't want to say they get forgotten, but it becomes harder, right?
Yeah.
And then the next year, you have maybe half of the college coaches coming to see your age group because you're all seniors.
Yeah.
So now when you're actually in your recruiting year, you're actually getting half of the college coaches looking at you that looked at the other girls.
Okay.
And then you come back and get half again, right? So everyone's like, oh my God, well, you get 3 years in it. Actually, you get 0 years in it. You get 1 year before it, technically, right? And 2 years kind of on the downside of it. Because with the RL, you get kind of watched your junior year, and then it's more of like you're signing in spring, summer, and fall. And then kids that, maybe haven't made a choice or, haven't had an opportunity yet, there's some early events and things, and they're usually getting signed by, January or February.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not ideal unless it's your grade level. So for what I feel that I do on a daily basis of trying to, because at the end of the day, my job is college recruitment, right?
Yeah.
Is college placement, I'm trying to get these kids to have the opportunity, not to win, right? It's about building a kid and developing a kid that when you get to recruiting year, a coach goes, yeah, that kid can play in my program. So I think sometimes, we get caught up in the winning or whatever, but I think at the end of the day, it's college placement, right? I'm going to be say they're not going to say, hey, how many wins did you have the last 4 years? They're going to say, hey, how many kids did you get placed in college? How many kids did we help to get to that next level?
I hate soccer.